Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Ifajibin. I'm going to continue my lectures on PMP certification today with this very important topic about the PMBOK edition 6 and 7 and the comparison and the importance in the PMP certification exam in 2023. So let us start. Here I'm going to give you an overview of the PMBOK guide and the details and importance around it. The Project Management Institute PMI publishes a standard for project management, the Project Management Body of Knowledge PMBOK, or we say PMBOK guide periodically. It is an American National Standards Institute ANSI standard, and therefore it needs to be updated in 4 to 5 years' time. So far, PMI has published 7 editions of the PMBOK guide, and each edition represents the true structure of this ever-evolving project management field and serves as a standard for project management knowledge in the time it is published. On the left-hand side, there's a table where all the editions from 1 to 7 are given, the details of the year of publication, the pages in them, the knowledge area, processes, performance domains, and management principles. So everything is given in detail in the table on the left side. On the right-hand side, you can see the cover pages of all the editions are given, and it has also shown that how the project management field has changed from the process-based approach to the principle-based approach. And the highlights of the 7th edition, which is the latest one, is that it was published in August 2021. There are 8 performance domains and 12 management principles are there. With the PMBOK Guide 6, the Agile Practice Guide was also published. The PMI members can download the free PDF from website pmi.org, and the known members can purchase the ebooks. Here are my recommendations for the textbooks and links you should be using while doing the PMP exam preparation. Please go through PMBOK Guide 6 and 7 as well as the Agile Practice Guide as a major reference, and the good reads about the Predictive Waterfall Approach are Rita Mulcahy's and Kim Halsman's book. While for Agile Hybrid Approach, Robert Wysocki and Rubin Kenneth books are the really good reads. Important links for study includes the PMI website, pmi.org, PM and the projectmanagement.com. These sites are full of resources. You can also find out the mock exam links and free practice links on the internet. For exam simulator, Prepcast PMP exam simulator is really good. And there are many YouTube videos available. My YouTube channel is there too. You can always come to have some advice. So let us discuss a little bit about what is new in the PMBOK 7th edition. So all previous standards were process-based, effective in supporting good practice. As the project management landscape continues to change and evolve, 7th edition is presented as a principle-based standard to reflect effective project management and supports its full value delivery landscape. The guiding principles given in this edition are applicable across the spectrum of project management. This edition presents effective project management that covers everything from predictive to adaptive and a hybrid approach, keeping all previous editions relevant in this context. This edition focuses more on outcomes rather than deliverables or output. For the first time in PMBOK Guide history, an interactive digital platform, PMI Standards plus TM, is launched. It has richer and broader range of information for the project practitioners and stakeholders. It covers current, emerging, future practices, methods, etc. And for the website link, you should go through the pmi.org. So here you can see the high-level comparison of the 6th and 7th editions of the PMBOK guide. In the PMBOK 6th edition, we go through, we can say, the thorough introduction, then the 10 knowledge areas and 5 process groups. Details are given in there. We have also at the end, we have appendices, glossary, and the index in there. In the PMBOK 7th edition, the introduction, system for value delivery, and the 12 project management principles are mentioned, and the details are given around them. And then there is a great discussion about the project performance domains. The tailoring is mentioned in details, and the model methods and artifacts are given. Again, we have the appendices, glossary, and index given at the end. And then also we have now the PMI standards plus digital content platform in there. So let us start with the PMBOK Guide 6th edition overview. So 6th edition covers the project management, the role of project manager, 5 process groups, 10 knowledge areas within project management, and 49 processes to execute these 10 knowledge areas. So the 5 process groups are initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, and the closing. The 10 knowledge areas include the integration management, scope management, schedule management, cost management, quality management, resource management, communications management, risk management, procurement management, and the stakeholders management. And the 49 processes are given on the right side. And all of these areas are given in a very concise details in the PMBOK Guide 6th edition. So here let us continue our discussion about the PMBOK 6th edition. So here we are going to talk about the process groups. The PMI has broken down the project management process into 5 process groups that are needed for project deliverance, and these phases provide an excellent high-level view of the key concepts of project management for most methodologies. These process groups are: number 1, initiating. The process of outlining your project and obtaining proper approval to begin. This process group involves defining the project on a broader level, determining the business need, and creating a project charter. In the planning process group, it is the process of developing your project management plan to reach your project goals. The planning stage dives deeper into the project details and technicalities and will form the solid foundation for the project. This essentially serves as the entire roadmap of the project. The project plan is the ultimate blueprint that the project will follow all the way to the closing phase. The third process group, which is also very, very important, is executing. It is a process of completing work as defined in your project management plan. Here, the actual work is performed, and this phase usually starts with a kickoff meeting. In the monitoring and controlling process group, we do the review and tracking of the progress of predetermined work while accounting for unplanned changes. Monitoring and controlling efforts happen alongside execution. The project management or the project manager's role is to thoroughly monitor the progress of the project as it is executed. In the closing process group, it is the process of completing the project work and receiving approval from the stakeholder. The project manager then works to close contracts with third-party entities, vendors, etc. Project manager archives the data, produces final report, and may also hold a post-mortem meeting. So these are very important process groups. So here we will discuss about the knowledge areas given in the PMBOK Guide 6th edition. Project management is the process of leading work on the project by a project manager to achieve the project goals within its given constraints. The knowledge areas present standard guidelines for the different areas in project management. PMBOK Guide 6th edition has explained 10 project management knowledge areas that a project manager should master to effectively, successfully, and efficiently steer through the project domains. Each knowledge area is accompanied by processes, inputs, tools, and techniques, as well as the outputs. These knowledge areas are: number 1, integration. Here we implement the right procedures to complete the project's required tasks. In the scope management knowledge area, we document all project goals and deliverables, deadlines, and budgets to better prepare for the project. In the schedule management, we maintain a steady pace to complete the project within the required time frame. In the cost management knowledge area, we manage the project's budget through estimating and allocating all related costs. In the quality management knowledge area, we manage and maintain a high level of quality throughout the project. The resource management knowledge area includes improving the project efficiency through planning and scheduling the project's resources. In the communications knowledge area domain, we plan, manage, and monitor communications to ensure the right people are receiving the right messages. The risk management knowledge area includes anticipating potential risks to better plan for their potential outcomes. In the procurement knowledge area, we secure all required materials and services to deliver the project. And the stakeholder management knowledge area includes keeping stakeholders engaged throughout the project duration. So here I'm giving you a glimpse of the 49 processes that are included in the PMBOK Guide 6th edition. So you can see the knowledge areas are given in the first column, and then in the first row you can see all the process groups are given, and then you can see in the table for different knowledge areas what are the different responsibilities, or you can say the work ethics of a project manager in terms of the different process group for each knowledge areas. So let us now start discussing about the PMBOK Guide 7th edition and its various sections. So there are three main sections in the PMBOK Guide 7th edition. There are performance domains, total 8 are there. And then a grade section is about tailoring the project. And the third major section in the PMBOK Guide 7th edition is about the models, methods, and artifacts. So here I will give you an overview of the PMBOK Guide 7th edition. So the contents within PMBOK Guide 7 include tailoring, models, methods, and artifacts, and 8 performance domains are there. There's a drastic shift from processes to performance domains. The performance domains are focused on overall outcomes rather than just the processes and techniques used within a project's executions. The importance of project quality is very much emphasized here. In the tailoring section, we see that tailoring is a new framework found in PMBOK 7 and is based on the concept that a single approach may not allow project managers to meet the required project deliverables, organizational demands, and project needs. Once a project manager has selected an initial development approach, project tailoring encourages the manager to adapt a project's specs to meet all projects requirements. And also in the PMBOK section, models, methods, and artifacts are given in details. The new models, methods, and artifacts section found in PMBOK 7 versus PMBOK 6 provides users with a plethora of resources such as articles, videos, and templates, tying them to the performance domains of which they would be most useful. This offers great value for aspiring and working project managers alike. So here we will continue our overview about the PMBOK Guide 7th edition. As I mentioned, there are 3 sections in the PMBOK Guide 7th edition, and in the first section we have the mentioning of performance domains. The 8 performance domains are there, and these are listed here. Starting with the stakeholders performance domain, and we have team, development approach, and life cycle. Then we have planning, project work, delivery, measurement, as well as the uncertainty performance domain. Then in the second section, there are a great mention about the tailoring and the different tailoring criteria. Why tailor, what to tailor, then tailoring process is there, and the tailoring performance domain is given in detail. And then the third section, which is also very, very important, gives a lot of detail about the different models, different methods, and artifacts which are important when you are doing the project management processes on a certain project. So let us continue our discussion about the difference between the PMBOK 6 and PMBOK 7 and how the knowledge areas in PMBOK 6 are transformed to the performance domains in PMBOK 7. So the project performance domains take up around a third of the body of knowledge. PMI defines them as a project performance domain is a group of related activities that are critical for the effective delivery of the project outcomes. Project performance domains are interactive, interrelated, and interdependent areas of focus that work in unison to achieve desired project outcomes. From the PMBOK Guide 7th edition, Chapter 2, Project Management Institute, PMI 2021. So you can see the PMBOK Guide 6th edition knowledge areas are listed here on the left-hand side, while on the right-hand side, you can see the listing of the 8 performance domains of the PMBOK Guide 7th edition. So here we are continuing our discussion about the PMBOK Guide 6th edition and 7th edition and seeing how the process groups are transformed to the project delivery principles in the 7th edition. The PMI defines a standard as a document established by consensus and approved by a recognized body. In the context of the PMBOK Guide, the 6th edition standard is process-based, whereas the 7th edition is principle-based. So in the process-based approach, we saw that the PMBOK 6th edition has 5 process groups: initiation, planning, execution, monitoring and controlling, and closing, while the PMBOK Guide 7th edition has 12 project delivery principles: stewardship, team, stakeholders, value, holistic thinking, leadership, tailoring, quality, complexity, opportunities and threat, adaptability and resilience, as well as the change management. So these are very, very important principles, and the project management area is adapting to the ever-evolving field of project management. So in the 7th edition of PMBOK, we see these standards pivot from project management processes to project delivery principles. So according to the PMI, the 7th edition's 12 principles are built around a set of statements that guide the actions and behaviors of project management practitioners, regardless of development approach. Principles serve as a foundational guideline for strategy, decision-making, and problem-solving, and intend to guide the behavior of people involved in projects. The PMBOK 7th edition has put forward 12 PM principles, and these are aligned with and linked to the PMI Code of Ethics and Professional Conduct. This code encompasses 4 values: responsibilities, respect, fairness, and honesty. So you see that on the right-hand side, I have shown you the 12 project management principles, starting all the way from stewardship and ending at the change management. And these principles are aligned and linked with the PMI Code of Ethics and Professional Conduct, including the responsibility, respect, fairness, and honesty. Very, very important slide for your reference. So let us discuss the project management principles in detail given in the PMBOK Guide 7th edition. So there are 12 principles, starting from the first one. So be a diligent, respectful, and caring steward, and then create a collaborative project team environment. Then we talk about the effectively engaging with the stakeholders, focusing on value is emphasized, recognize, evaluate, and respond to system interactions, demonstrate leadership behaviors, tailor based on context. Then the 8th one is build quality into processes and deliverables. Number 9, navigate complexity. Then number 10 is optimize risk responses. This means understanding the levels and types of risks and working to both mitigate negative impacts and optimize the opportunities. In number 11, we are discussing about embracing the adaptability and resiliency. This is about recognizing the need and developing the ability of respond positively to change in general and setbacks in particular. And number 12 principle is also very, very important, is enabling change to achieve the envisioned future state. So here we are going to discuss about the value delivery system, which is another important topic given in PMBOK Guide 7th edition. In the past, the PMI considered a project and operations to be two separate entities until the project was completed. The new value delivery system given in the PMBOK Guide 7th edition integrates projects and operations to deliver the best value for the business. The PMBOK guides pivot from a process focus to a value delivery focus is reflective of the global shift in project management itself. Organizations are feeling urged to be flexible to address multiple unexpected market shifts, for example, as COVID-19 pandemic impacted the world's economy. Those preparing for the PMP exam or those PMP credential holders seeking to keep their skills relevant will benefit from the PMI's new value delivery system, and it is given as a new value delivery system explainer. The explainer link is given here. You can see in the pmi.org. As noted in the explainer document, within the value delivery system, each function plays a specific role when it comes to communication. Information flows both down and up the chain. The value delivery system encapsulates the focus on outcomes, which is reflected in the 7th edition. So here I'm going to mention the new initiatives given in the PMBOK Guide 7th edition. So we have a new platform, PMI Standards Plus, which is a digital content platform. This is a website, standardsplus.pmi.org, serving as an online database resource for the project management professionals. The platform provides project management professionals, PMP credential holders, and those preparing for the PMP exam instant access to all PMI standards and original how-to content that you can apply to real-world situations. It is an evolving resource with knowledge being added over time. PMBOK Guide and the PMP certification exam. Let us touch base a little bit on that. Although the new PMBOK Guide takes a radically different approach to detailing the body of knowledge with which all project managers should be familiar, it does not invalidate nor replace the technical knowledge previously released in the PMBOK Guide 6th edition. Additionally, all the content in the PMBOK Guide 6th edition should still be considered relevant and testable material for the PMP certification exam. Training companies who are using exam prep course materials provided by PMI are the best option for ensuring students are getting all the knowledge they need to pass the PMP certification exam. So these details are very, very important. So thank you very much for watching through this lecture. I hope you will find this useful. I'm also giving you a link to my YouTube channel here. So please subscribe, and I will be uploading the documents about the PMP exam preparation, and go through the resources and enjoy it. Thank you.